5G is finish. 5G is finishing very fast.
Oh no, I'm using 4G only. My mobile set, I was using the laptop. Then it was running down very fast, so I started using the mobile, and still they want us to move to 5G. They had a plan, whatever. So the data is not sufficient. I have to take the Wi-Fi connection. That's fine. Okay, because anyways, I will continue. I will finish these two, Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, as well as I will start giving grammar class also. So this month there will be up and down, but from next month we will have a proper flow. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सह गणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सह गणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। So what is the shloka number 19?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. सघोषोधार्थ राष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यदारयत् नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव तुमुलो व्यनुनादयन् सघोषोधार्थ राष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यदारयत् नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव तुमुलो व्यनुनादयन् सः घोषः धार्तराष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यदारयत् नभः च पृथिवीं च एव तुमुलः व्यनुनादयन्. Prabhupada must have written in this order. That is called padacheda, splitting each word. Now we will do the anvaya. So what happened here? Everybody blew their own conch shells, Pandava and Kauravas. As soon the leaders blew the conches, so rest all, because you are just going to enter the battlefield, and the war is going to start. So everybody blew their conch shell with their fullest strength. What was the sound? Saghoshaha. Ghoshaha means that sound. Prithivim cha vyanunadaya, shaking the entire world. And dhartarashtranam hridayani vyadarayat. Dhartarashtra means dhartarashtranam. So when there is a actually the word is dhritarashtra. But when it becomes dhartarashtra, it's a tadhita. Okay, there is a sutra called Tadhiteshu Chamadehe. Like Dasharath becomes Dasharathi, means Lord Rama, the son of Dasharatha. Try to understand this. I'm talking about Taddhita. The word Jamadagni, the son of Jamadagni is who? Parshuram. So Parshuram will be known as Jamadagnya. Jamadagnya. Similarly, Vasudev is the father. The son is called Vasudev. Krishnaya Vasudevaya. Hare Paramatmane. So, when there is a A added, that means it's talking about the children. So here you can see Saghosha Dharta Rashtranam Hridayani Vyadare. Dharta Rashtra means the son of Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtrasya apatyani pumamsaha. This is the language of grammar. Dhritarashtrasya apatyani pumamsaha. This is called Vigraha. Vigraha. Vigraha means splitting, but splitting in a sentence form. So when there is a word from samasa or taddhita or san pratyaya, so then we split it in a sentence form. And this kind of explanation is called Vigraha. So what is Dhartarashtranam is equal to, what is Dhartarashtra is equal to Dhritarashtrasya apatyani puman. So the children of Dhritarashtra is equal to Dhartarashtra. Is it clear?
Yes, Prabhu.
This is called Taddhita. Taddhita has this capacity. With the father, he can explain the children. Like Kauravaha is a Taddhita. So all the children came in the dynasty of Kuru will be known as Kauravaha. All the children came in the dynasty of Pandu will be called Pandavaha. The one who has come in the dynasty of Vrishni, Vrishni is also a dynasty of Yadukula. They will be called Varshneya, like Krishna is called Varshneya. Okay. Those who came in the family of Krishna will be known as Karshni. Karshni. So there is a A. So the sutra is Taddhiteshu Chamadehe. What he does, it makes the A. So Dasharatha becomes Dasharathi, Jamadagni becomes Jamadagnya. There are other changes, but this is one of the prominent change. Like Jamadagni becomes Jamadagnya. And yes. And if it is already long, then it won't be visible, like Pandu has Pa already. So from Pandu, you will get Pandavaha. So Pa is already Pa. It's long already. Okay. So this is a glimpse of Taddhita. So what Taddhita does, you can understand from Pandu. You can say the people who came under the dynasty of Pandu are known as Pandava. This new word, it's neither a samas nor a sandhi nor a kridanta. This is Taddhit. Okay. Like those who has a gotra. In India, we have gotra. We are the children, we are the descendants of some rishis. Like my gotra is Kashyapa gotra. So there was a rishi called Kashyapa, the fire god, Kashyapa rishi. So my gotra is Kashyapa. There was a rishi called Bharadwaj. So their descendants will be known as Bharadwaj. There was a rishi called Vasishtha. So his descendants will be known as Vasishtha. Okay. So this is Taddhita. Taddhita has many wings. It can take a wide range of words under its shelter. So it's a choice. But generally, it is appropriate to use Taddhita. Like Kaunteya. So Kaunteya, it depicts many things. It depicts whose son you are. So Arjuna is the son of Kunti. So that's why Arjuna is known as Kaunteya. So there was a parampara, there is a tradition in India, even in South India it still prevails, that you add your father's and the grandfather's name along with your name. Even in Rajasthan, like Shri Ramanath is the name, Venkateshwar is the father's name, Ramanath, Venkatesha, Satpatham. So Ramanath is his name, Venkatesh is father's name, and Muralidharan. Muralidharan is the grandfather's name. The Tamilians mostly has this kind of tradition. But in Taddhita, you can explain someone, like we came across already few words. The daughter of Drupad, King Drupad is Draupadi. Because it's a female, so the style changed, Draupadi. And the sons, there were 5 sons of Draupadi. They are called Draupadeyaha, which came in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita. Draupadeyaha, the children of Draupadi. Is it clear, Varindarji?
Ji, Prabhuji.
So gradually things will be clear, and when you are acquainted with the application and the outcome of that chapter, it's way more easier to understand the chapter. So what we are doing through Bhagavad Gita, we are indirectly feeding you the outcomes of different grammatical chapters. Okay. So there are 2 functions. First, all of them blew their conches simultaneously, which shook the entire world. And Dharta Rashtranam Hridayani Vyadarayan. Hridaya means the heart. So always the people who are cheaters, who are jealous, who are obnoxious criminals, by the sound of the siren of the police, they get scared. So similarly, with this huge sound, Dharta Rashtrana means all the descendants of the Dhritarashtra. That means all the Kauravas assembled in that warfare. Hridayani Vidarayan, their heart totally shook. It tear off. Vidaran means to tear off their heart. Now let's assemble. Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha. Tumulaha we took from the second line. Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha. Tumulaha means tumultuous. This word tumultuous came from Tumulaha. Tumulaha means tumultuous, huge. Saha Tumulaha Ghosha. Ghosha means sound. Nabhaha, the sky. Prithivim, the earth. Cha. See, cha is used at the end. That means it includes both the earth and the sky. Vyanunadayan. Vyanunadayan is a kridanta and it's a finite verb. Do you understand finite verb? How many of you?
Finite verb means that it goes into the future tense of it is occurring. So being the future tense means that it has occurred.
No, it's not future tense. It can be present tense also. It can be past tense also. Infinite verb means the verb which is not complete. Finite verb, sorry. And infinite verb means which is a complete verb. Understand the example. You went to the market. So you went to the market. On the way, you bought some vegetables, you bought a bread, you bought a butter, you paid the money to a shopkeeper which was due, and then you bought the milk for your child. So bought is the infinite verb, complete verb. So you went to bring the milk. So to bring is the infinite verb.
Acha.
So buying garland, buying a matchbox, buying a candle, buying a garland for the deities, you bought the milk. So this bought the milk is a complete. Without bought the milk, the sentence will not be complete. If I say buying the garland, buying the matchbox, buying the candlelight, buying the incense stick, then what? So these are all finite verb, sorry. It's called asamapika kriya. Asamapika, samapan means to finish, to conclude. But these are all asamapika, means na samapika, non-concluding verb. So the non-concluding verbs shows different actions on the way, but that does not give a full stop to the sentence. So going to the market, buying the candlelight, paying for the garland, he bought the milk. So he bought the milk is the main sentence. In between whatever action happened, these all are also verbs, but they are finite verbs, non-concluding verbs, and they are known as kridanta. Viram Das.
Yes, Prabhu.
Understood?
Say again, Prabhu.
You understood?
Yes, Prabhu. They say all is done.
Varindarji, clear?
जी प्रभु जी infinite verb means कृदयंत है
Kridanta.
कृदंता.
It is also a verb, but it's not a complete verb. Like here you see, Satmulaha Ghoshaha Nabhaha Prithivim Cha Vyanunadayan, shaking the whole world. But is it a complete verb? Shaking is also a verb, but
Yes,
shaking the
Prabhu.
whole world, Dharta Rashtrana Hridayani Vyadarayan.
Then it's
torn off the hearts of Dhartarashtra, the children of Dhritarashtra. So torn off is the complete verb. But Vyanunadayan, shaking the entire world, is not a complete verb. But it's also a verb.
Right, Prabhu.
So that's why they have segregated two departments. The infinite complete verbs are called tinganta. These things you should write down. Tinganta, like gacchati, khadati, vadati, shnoti, likhati, gacchami, patami, shnomi. These are all infinite verbs. But those verbs which are by listening, after hearing, after paying, after receiving the money, he went to the school. So receiving, getting, buying, checking, doing, jumping, climbing the stairs, he reached the roof. So climbing the stairs is not a complete verb. Reached the roof is the complete verb. So climbing, jumping, following that speedy car, he was driving, following that speedy car. So following, is not a complete verb. But if I say to follow, he studied to follow his guru. He is doing this, he is chanting a lot and following the guru. Okay. Here in English, it's not so clear. Following the guru is also can be complete verb here. But in Sanskrit, it's not. So dhavantam ashvam pasya, look at the running horse. So running horse is not a complete verb. Look at is a complete verb. But running is also a verb, but it's in a kridanta form. So they divided in Sanskrit tinganta and kridanta. Tinganta is a complete verb and kridanta is an incomplete verb. But there are three kinds of different outputs of kridanta. Three kinds of. One of them can be a complete verb also, like gatavan, kritavan. When you use such kridanta verbs which are complete, like kritavan, gatavan, you went there, gatavan. When you use such kridanta complete verbs, then you cannot use complete tinganta verbs. Is it clear?
Prabhuji, Tiganta is the complete verb, infinite verb, right? Means complete verb. Okay, and other Kridant is infinite, means it is not complete. Okay.
But what I said.
But some Kridantas are complete, like Kritwan, Dritwan, these are.
Kritwa, these are not complete. Kritwa is doing, checking, saying this is incomplete. But there is a particular kind of verb, gatavan.
Katwan.
He went to gatavan. But this is only used in past, recent past, general past, you can say, like very simple past. He went to the market and then he saw me. So he went to the market. It's neither any specific past that it is far away or it's generally recent past. Only in past tense and recent past you can use kridanta, because we mostly use 99% past tenses, right? I went to the school. You don't talk much about future. So I went to the school this morning. I went for a parikrama. There was too much crowd and people were pushing each other. So this is all in past tense, recent past. So in that case, you can use kridanta, particular kind of forms. So to understand these things clearly, you have to study grammar. But a blind person will not understand anything about grammar unless you know the application. If I say you kritva, how kritva is formed, and you don't know the application of kritva, you don't know the application of gatavan, what will you do? You understood?
Ji, Prabhu.
So here in these sentences, you are learning different application. That's why I'm saying that you practice at home also. The slokas I taught, you sit down with them. If you want to go fast and understand, you try to understand the words used here. That is a big grammar. And if you are able to understand Bhagavad Gita, you will also be able to understand Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is very lofty, grammatically speaking. Here, this structure of the sentence is not so difficult. So you sit down, oh, this is Kridanta, this is Tadhita. Gradually, in 3-4 months, you will have a samskara of these words and the structure of the sentence. Why? Because the kind of Sanskrit we are going to study is not common spoken Sanskrit. You understand? We are going to understand scriptural Sanskrit. And anything which is bookish, which is coming from an poetry, is always lofty, whatever language it is. Common spoken English is not difficult, but if you give a book written by Shakespeare, Milton, Will you be able to understand?
You're right,
No,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
This express is a bit difficult.
So you won't be able to understand. So similarly, this is same kind of creation. So to understand Bhagavatam is one of the loftiest book. This, the mostly students don't understand. They think just a little bit understanding of Sanskrit will help us to understand Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. It's not like that. This kind of sentence formation and the vocabulary is very lofty words are being chosen here. You understand? But someone who practices this, for him nothing will be difficult. And this itself will teach you so much vocabulary and so much application of grammar that you, when you go for studying grammar, there is nothing much difficult for you. So that's why I started this. You complete this and then gradually, side by side, I will start Sandhi, Samas and grammar also. Then you will be able to benefit little bit. Otherwise, you put a person into the forest and you keep on telling the names of different trees, what he will understand and remember. For him, all the trees are the same. Saha tumulaha ghoshaha navaha prithvim cha vyanunadayan dhartarashtraणाम hridayani vyadarayat. सह तुमुलः घोषः धार्तराष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यदारयत् नभः पृथिवीं च व्यनुनादयन् sorry सह तुमुलः घोषः नभः पृथिवीं च व्यनुनादयन् धार्तराष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यदारयत्. Okay, read the English translation.
The blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of the Tarasca.
It's clear now? So, here, Ghoshaha means sound. What kind of Ghoshaha? Tumulaha Ghoshaha, tumultuous sound. And which tumultuous sound? Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha. This Saha means that. Which that? It has been explained in previous sloka, how they started blowing their conch shells. So that tumultuous sound, Nabha Prithivimcha, sky and the earth, also. Vyanunadayan, shaking. Vyanunadayan means, it's called, how do you call it? Resounding. Resounding means echoing. Okay. Anunad. Nad means sound. Anu means something repetitively. So if 5 speakers all of a sudden starts playing, then what will be the situation? All of a sudden 5 different speakers. So similarly, all the big conch shells started blowing all of a sudden. So that tumultuous sound, the sky and the earth also resonating, Dhartarashtranam Hridayani Vyadarayat, torn off the heart of the Dhartarashtras. This is the literal translation. So you can go ahead. Varinder.
So तुम लोग घोषः नभः पृथ्वीं व्योनादायन् पृथ्वीं च व्योनादायन् धृतराष्ट्राणां हृदयानि Vyadarat. Vyadarat. Vyadarat.
Vyadarat. Dhritarashtra nahi. Dhartarashtra. Look at it.
Dhat. Yes, Prabhuji. Dhartarashtra.
I explained.
Yes, yes.
Dhritarashtra is. So these things. What I meant to say in Sanskrit, a and a has huge difference. In English, there is a, apple, and amongst, it's always a. There is no a. So you cannot express yourself properly without a. There are no long letters. So it's difficult to write a name also. Vasudev and Vasudev, they write same. Now they started this diacritics, but Vasudev is different from Vasudev. So you have to put one line on top of A. That means there is no concept of long A, which is A. It's not A, it's A. So these are the things we have to study. That's why to study Sanskrit is always better through Devanagari. Otherwise, the small mistakes will always remain. Okay. Chalo. So now I will ask you the question. You keep on answering fast. So the verb is Vyadarayat. We'll take the infinite verb. Vyadarayat. Kaha Vyadarayat? What is the subject here?
Hridayani.
Subject.
Subject is Dhritarashtra. Dhat.
Again,
Dhartarashtra. Dhartarashtra.
no.
Dhart.
What?
Dhartarashtra. Dharatrashtra.
How Dhartarashtra can be the subject? Dhartarashtra Vibhakti. Vibhakti does become a karta. You studied grammar, Vibhakti. Varinder ji.
जी Prabhuji.
तो धृतराष्ट्र के ये कैसे करता हो जाएगा? घोषः, the sound is the subject here.
जी Prabhuji. घोषः Vyadarayat.
Vyadarayat. Vyadarayat.
Vyadarayat.
That's why I'm saying that the chapters I'm teaching, Bhishma Stuti, and as much I'm teaching in Bhagavad Gita, you keep on reading, everybody, keep on reading this sloka, then your pronunciation will improve. You start the video, you listen, pause the video and practice. Saghoshodhartarashtranam hridayani vyadarayat navascha prithivim chaiva tumulo vyanunadayan. Pronunciation is a very important factor.
Saghoshodhartarashtrana hridayani vyadarayat navasya prithvim chaiva tumulo vyanunadayana. Vyanunadayana.
Vyanunadayan. Vyanunadayan.
Vyanunadayan.
Wherever there is long, you make it long. Wherever there is short, Vyanu. Nu is short, but Na is long. If you skip that, you will lose the balance. Vyanunadayan. And Na is half. Vyanunadayan.
Vyadarayat.
Vyadarayat. Vyadarayat.
Vyadarayat.
A is long.
Dhartarashtrana.
Right. So, kaha vyadaret na ghosha vyadaret. Kisne cheer diya? Na ghosh ne cheer diya. Kaha ghosha vyadaret? Which ghosha?
Prabhuji,
Saha ghosha.
घोषा
Saha tumulaha ghosha. बोल दीजिए तो भी ठीक है. But one by one, saha ghosha. Saha कीदृश. What kind of sound? Na saha tumulaha ghosha. So the sound torn off. Which sound? Na that sound. What kind of that sound? That tumultuous sound. This is the way of assembling the sentence. Saha tumultuous sound. So saha tumulaha ghoshaha vyadarayat. And we will not leave the back also. We will complete the sentence. Saha tumulaha ghoshaha vyadarayat. Saha tumulaha ghosha kani vyadarayat. Whom?
Whom means Dhritarashtrana. Dhatrashtra.
Understand it. Dhartarashtranam.
Hridayani.
First you better say hridayani.
Okay.
Always the adjective will go before. So in sentence formation it will come after. Saha tumulaha ghoshaha hridayani vyadaraya. It torn off the heart.
Hridayani
Now,
Vyadaraya.
yes, I bought Viram's book. So I bought book. Whose book? Viram's book. What kind of book? Now that old book. That old Viram's book. Which old Viram's book? Now that old Ramayana Viram's book. So the actual sentence, I bought the book. Whose book? Viram's book. What kind of book? Now old book. And what old book? Now Ramayana old book Viram's I bought. This is Sanskrit style. Okay. So Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha Dhartarashtranam Hridayani Vyadarayat. You got the entire sentence. Now these finite verbs will come. Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha King Kurvan Dhartarashtranam Hridayani Vyadarayat. By doing what?
Vyanunadayan.
Vyanunadayan. Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha Vyanunadayan. Resounding, resonating, torn off the heart of
Dhatrashtra. Hridayani Vyadarayat.
Now the question will come, Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha Kim Vyanunadayan. Resonating what?
Means Saha Tumlah Ghoshaha Nav Prithvim Cha
That's
Vyanu
it.
Nadayan.
That's that.
Yes.
Just a minute, yeah. So my question was, Kim Vyanunadayan. By shaking what? Nabha Prithivim Cha. Sky and the earth.
Yes. Nabha Prithvim Cha.
Try to understand. If you understand one sentence, all other sentences you can understand. So, Saha Ghoshaha Vyadarayat. That sound Vyadarayat. What kind of Ghoshaha? Nasa Tumulaha Ghoshaha Vyadarayat. Now, Vyadarayat means what Prabhupada says, Vyadarayat?
Shattered.
That's trouble.
Shattered. That's a good word, yes. So that tumultuous sound shattered. What does it shatter? Na? The hearts. That tumultuous sound shattered the hearts. But in Sanskrit it will go like that tumultuous sound, hearts shattered. Shattered. The verb will be at the last. Hearts shattered. This is one more thing, that every language has their own style of formation. But in Sanskrit, you can put it haphazardly and it will give the same meaning which other languages cannot do. Only Sanskrit can do. If you say Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha Vyadarayat Hridayani is also the same meaning. But technically it's incorrect, but it has the same meaning. So Saha Tumulaha Ghoshaha Hridayani Vyadarayat. You see here also in this sloka also, both the verbs are written at the end. But it's not necessary. Like you see Gopi Geet, the sloka started Jayati Te Dhikam. Jayati is the verb and it came in the beginning of the sloka. Jayati te adhikam. You know this. So Jayati te adhikam jayati. May he always be glorified. So the verb came. So in Sanskrit, you can put any word anywhere. That's why you can see in Bhagavatam, especially when we rearrange, we take something from there, something from there, something from there, because that is the actual structure of the sentence. But in Shloka, you can put it the way you want. That's why no poetry, no literature can be compared to Sanskrit, because Sanskrit has such a wide range of assembling. There is so much permutation combination that no other language has. So saha tumulaha ghoshaha dhartarashtraanam hridayani vyadare. That tumultuous sound shattered the heart of Dhartarashtras, the children of the Dhritarashtra, or the Kauravas. Now, by doing what? And Vyanunadayan, resonating, it happened. Resonating what? Nabha Prithivim Cha. That tumultuous sound resonating the sky and the earth shattered the heart of Dhartarashtras. What is the English translation? Read it.
The blowing of
Blowing
these
of these
different conch shells
Hmm.
became uproarious, vibrating both in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra.
Yes. So they use the word uproaring, which is good. I'm saying resonating. Yes. So this is the sentence. Saha tumulaha ghoshaha navaha prithivim cha vyanunadayan dhartarashtranam hridayani vyadarayat. So someone who is able to do anvaya and understand each word can easily explain that sloka very vividly, very clearly. With just by reading the translation, you can say because this is a simple sloka, but when difficult slokas will come, if you are not able to assemble and understand each word and their connections in between, then you don't know whether there are two verbs, Vyanunadayan will come first or Vyadarayat will come first. You don't know. Okay? See what this commentary writes. Sarvepi Mahaviraha, all the big warriors, Yugapadeva, simultaneously, Shankan Dmatavanta, blew their conches. Iti tada, therefore, Mahan Ghoshascha Shabdaha Samutpannaha. A huge sound uproar was generated. Tena, by that, Akashe Bhumaucha, in the sky and on earth, Pratidhvanihi Jataha, an echo occurred. Tasya Ghoshasya, due to that sound, by hearing that sound, Tasya Ghoshasya Shravanena, by hearing that sound, Dushtanam Kauravanam, the evil Kauravas, Hridayani Vivinnani Iva Abhavat, their heart were broken into many pieces. This is what the explanation. Now let's see what are the Sandhi Samas and other things. Sa Ghoshaha, Saha plus Ghoshaha. This is Visarga Sandhi. Ghosho Dhartarashtrana. So this is Ghoshaha. I explained it before. The Visarga is actually Dantya Sa, Ghoshas. Then the Sa becomes Ra, Ru becomes U. And U becomes O. So Saghosho. Gosho is actually Gosha. Saghosho Dhartarashtranam. Dhartarashtranam plus Hridayani, this is Anuswar Sandhi. Nabhascha, Nabha plus Cha, Visarga Sandhi. Prithivim Chaiva, Visarga Sandhi. Anuswar Sandhi, sorry. Chaiva, Cha plus Eva. Vriddhi Sandhi, Cha plus Eva. A become I. Chaiva. Tumulaha Vyanunadayan, this is also Visarga Sandhi. Now, Dharta Rashtranam, Dhritarashtra plus An Pratyaya, this is a Tadhita. And Vyanunadayan is a Kridanta. So these are the words used here. Okay. So the grammar you won't understand so much deeply, but general identification, that much is enough for now. Any question regarding this shloka?
Vyadarayat is Tadit?
No, Vyadarat is a complete verb.
Yes.
I
So
said.
Kridant. So Kridant?
Tinganta.
Tigant. Sorry, Tigant. Yes. Okay, bro. That's it.
Vyadarayat, Vyadarayatam, Vyadarayanta. This is Atmanepadi Dhatu. Clear? Like Abhut, Abhutam, Abhuvan. So these are complete verb. Vyadarayat means torn off. And Vyanunadayan is shaking. This is an incomplete verb. Kridant. Okay. So we'll conclude it here, and very soon. Actually, I can take the connection now itself, the Wi-Fi connection, but then I'm leaving for 11 days. So I'm thinking somehow I will manage these days till 26th. Once I come back, maybe in the beginning of January, I will take a connection. Okay. So long I was not giving online classes. I was teaching mostly on Telegram. So it was fine. Zoom takes a lot of internet, but then it's easy to record and to communicate. It's much easier. So as soon as I come back from home, then I will take the connection. And since Varindarji, you have problem having Telegram or
Yes, प्रभु जी
WhatsApp?
मेरे इधर नहीं चलेगा
Yeah.
एक्चुअली जहां पर भी सिक्योरिटी आती है ना दे आर नॉट अलाउड
They are not allowing. So anyway, otherwise we could have come and done it on Telegram, but it's fine. So for now, we will have only one class. Then I will have some data left, and once I come back, then I will start full-fledged. So long, whatever I taught you, as long we cannot do regular classes, so long you keep on practicing this old shlokas and have a good command. Don't think that we will keep on learning and forgetting the old ones, then it will not work. You also start going through the pre-lessons. Yes, that will strengthen your understanding. Then when I will say Kridanta, Tadhit, Samas, Anushwar, Sandhi, Visarga Sandhi, Hal Sandhi, Ach Sandhi, gradually it will be inculcated in your mind. And that much I'm expecting.
Yes, Prabhu.
When you are just to this is Anuswar Sandhi, this is Visarga Sandhi, this is Kridanta, this is Samas, that much. I'm not expecting that you will explain how this Samas happened and which Samas it is. That I will explain later. If you can acquire this much understanding, this is a Samas, and this is a Dharta Rashtranam is a Tadhita, that much is sufficient. Then I can easily, when I will teach you the grammar, because I cannot display all these things. You keep on making PDF is not possible, but I will suggest some books that you will also have, and I will go explaining. Okay. So then These
That's right.
examples that we're learning now will be very useful at that time. Okay, so Hare Krishna.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna.
only morning class? No, from 15 up to 15 is morning class only, right?
Yes, no, up to 25. I'm coming back on 26th. I'm leaving on 15th and I'll be there till 25th. So 10 days I'm staying at my home, and 26th I will be reaching here. So till that time, if you want, I mean, you have difficulty, that's why I cannot have other platform. Otherwise, I don't mind to give like 2-3 hours class daily. Zoom takes a lot of internet.
Actually, Prabhuji, it is not possible also for me 2-3 hours in one stretch. I can manage because
Anyway,
I have a.
we'll continue like this, and
So,
then at the end of this month, we'll resolve this issue.
so means
Okay.
for this month we will have one class only in the morning, right?
Yes, because otherwise my data will not allow. I am happy
No
to
problem.
give 2 classes.
Thank you for this Christmas present, Prabhu.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol, Prabhu.
You are.